Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Kodiak here. Welcome back to Legacy Gaming and another video for Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the Siege of Paris DLC. Today we wanted to put together a quick guide to getting all of the short swords currently in the game. We all know that short swords were one of the most requested weapon types in the game since the very beginning back in November 2020. So we wanted to make sure there was some documentation, some video out there that just showed you guys how to get them all. I wanted to quickly start with a map. You know that we never want to waste your time here at Legacy Gaming, and we wanted to show you guys every sword location in Francia that you can pick up right now. We will continue the video after this, but maybe you're just here for a map, and if you appreciate brevity and you appreciate content creators that don't stretch 5 minutes of content into 15 minutes, we would love your support. Hit that thumbs up, and of course, subscribe. The first sword I want to talk about is Skrofnung. This was introduced as part of the Skrofnung Festival, which goes on until August 19th, 2021. So maybe you're coming back to the game on August 12th for the Siege of Paris. You do still have a little bit of time to pick this weapon up. If you're watching this video after August 19th, you've probably missed the window to get this short sword, but it may appear at Retta's shop in the future. Now, Skrofnung is pretty interesting. It gives you a temporary boost to your ability damage after dodging an attack. It's not a great weapon, plus 10 to ability damage is not a lot, but it's an easy short sword to get. All you need to do is the festival activities. We do have a guide on our channel about all of the Skrofnung stuff, so if you want a quick way to get this sword, we have you covered. The next sword I want to talk about is Durandal, and just a quick note, I'm not showing these in any particular order, I'm just showing them as they come up on my screen. Now, Durandal is a fantastic weapon that you can find in the southern region of Everson. This sword gives you a plus 20 to critical chance when you're at 85% health or higher, and as you know, I really like these types of weapons because for the most part, most players play at maximum HP. There's very little time where you're just stuck below even 50% HP because you have rations, you have so many ways to regain health based on the skills in the game and the other items in the game that it's nearly impossible to ever be below 85% unless you're just really bad, which is a possibility. Durandal is a fantastic weapon that fits into a lot of high crit builds, so if you're going that way and you like to deal out massive amounts of damage, consider this weapon. The third sword I want to talk about is Egbert. This is an interesting weapon that increases your stun after each hit, stacks up to 10 times, giving you a potential plus 25 to your stun. Now, I know there are a lot of players out there that like using Mjolnir. That's a stun-based weapon. Maybe you can combine this with Egbert and you can build into that stun aspect and get a really cool build going. Egbert is actually a reward for a side mission, and I did do it in that order, but I think you could probably just go to its location, kill the NPC that is protecting it, and claim the sword. If you want to do it the right way, you have to head to Provenus. This is just slightly north and east of your starting location and Francia, and here you'll find a tattered note. It's just a map to the Thieves' Camp located north of Provenus, and if you actually go to your map, you can see there's an item there. So again, it's kind of roundabout, but once you find the map, head north, get to the location, find the NPC, challenge him to a duel. I will warn you, he is kind of tough, so just be prepared for a fight, especially if you're using that new level scaling system in the game. But once you defeat him, you can claim Egbert and move on. The next short sword is actually a quest reward, and it's called the Ring Sword. You can't find this out in the world, and very uncharacteristically of Ubisoft, you get this after you complete a quest. Now, this is part of the main story. I think it's pretty much impossible to miss the Ring Sword, but just know that you will eventually pick this up once you get to a certain part in the story. It's during a festival after some of the main story bosses have been defeated. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys, but just know you're going to be able to pick this up no problem. The Ring Sword is another solid weapon. Increases your critical chance when dodging. It's a 2.5 second duration, so relatively short, but you get a whopping plus 30 to crit chance. So if you're going for a glass cannon build, you really want to go and lean into crit, this may be an awesome weapon to choose. Again, don't worry about locations or where to find this one because eventually you're going to get it through the main story. Before we talk about the final short sword, I do want to bring something to your attention. There is a brand new weapon in the game called the Coil Sword. This was just released a few days ahead of the Siege of Paris. It's a one-handed sword and it's got an interesting effect, increasing the damage that you take by 5%, but also increasing your melee damage when equipped. Now that's the entire theme of this set, and again, it is a store set. I'm not going to buy it because I stopped buying Helix packs a while ago, but there is a risk versus reward factor that may interest some players. You can check out the set right now ahead of the Siege of Paris if that's something you're interested in. The final short sword in the game currently is Joyous. This is the brand new legendary weapon introduced in the Siege of Paris DLC, and it is a multi-part side mission, totally optional. But the good news is we already have a video on the channel breaking it all down in less than 5 minutes. Again, we know your time is valuable, we never want to waste it, so check out that video and definitely pick up this sword. The effect is awesome. Temporarily poison your weapons after 5 successive heavy hits. This weapon really surprised me. I didn't think I was going to like it, but in conjunction with other poison weapons and armor in the game, plus the abilities in the game that lean into poison damage, you can really make this a centerpiece of a poison-based build. It is a fantastic weapon, and it really rounds out the short swords currently in the game. Now, this is Ubisoft we're talking about. More short swords will be introduced into the game in the weeks and months ahead, but for now, this is all of the short swords that you can pick up currently in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Again, guys, we know your time is valuable, so if you appreciate short and concise guides, we would love your support. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions about any of these weapons, please leave us a comment in the section below. Livid and myself do our best to answer as many questions as we can each and every night. We'd love to help you out. You can also join us on Discord. We've got a great community of around 7,000 members spread across dozens of great games, so check out the link in the description to join today. Finally, if you like everything we're doing here at Legacy Gaming and you want to help us out even more, you can now do so by becoming a member. For just a couple bucks, you're helping evolve the channel and take our community to that next level. Check out the join button below to learn more. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.